baseball? This debate, the subject of tonight's cover story with Bob Lee. Bob.
Well, I tell you, if, as Ted Williams said, hitting a baseball is the toughest act in sports, then we live in rare times because the hills are alive and the parks, too, with the sound of offense. We are 2 weeks into the season now, and already 6 teams have scored 15 or more runs in a single game. The earned run average in each league is up by 0.6 runs. Is the ball juiced? Are pitchers that bad? Are hitters that good? Well, the answers are yes, yes, and yes, if you believe the baseball folks we talked to for tonight's cover story. Batter up.
Let's see if he's going. He's not. Ball hit in the air. Goodbye. Lord have mercy.
Balls are definitely carrying.
The thing is scary is just watching all the opposite field home runs right now. The players are really bigger and stronger and faster nowadays.
It's just like basketball. You know, I think the basketball court's too small for those 10 big guys out there.
This year is a rim-rattling slam dunk for baseball offense. It used to be that the gold standard for home runs per game was back in '61 when Mantle and Maris both chased Babe Ruth. Remember '87? The talk of the juiced ball and a new mark for dingers. Well, holy homer, this year so far is on a record pace. Compare these first 2 weeks to last year's. The averages are up nearly an extra run and a half per game, and slugging is up 38 points. Stats are one thing. The explanation is a pitch, or 2, or 3. As many theories as the Mets have had third baseman.
The reason that the offense is up against us has been bad pitches.
This year we've had pretty warm weather and consistent weather everywhere we've played.
The ball is juiced. The ball's not juiced.
The advent of weightlifting, nutrition, conditioning.
The strength, the ballpark, and very, very bad pitching.
But the baseball's the same, isn't it? Well, Rawlings has moved its ball production out of Haiti to Costa Rica this year. It's got to be the baseballs.
They're harder. I know the balls are harder.
All the balls that I've grabbed a hold of this year feel big and soft.
I heard that where they make the balls, they're stronger, they're more alert, or however you want to say it, in the morning, so the stitches are tighter, and in the afternoon they get a little bit tired, and the stitches are looser, you know. And I've seen balls with tight stitches on it and loose stitches on it, so evidently they started the ball at noon or right before lunch, and then they finished it after lunch. But I don't know about any of that stuff.
But who's gripping those stitches and making the deliveries? The art of pitching is a sublime mix of psychology and physics if it's done correctly by an experienced pitcher.
There is a certain amount of fear or trepidation to throw it over the plate because they're afraid they're going to get whacked.
And they really don't realize how to pitch, how to set a hitter up, things like that. And they're out there getting their on-job experience.
Some of your top pitchers are going out and giving up a lot of runs.
Well, there's guys pitching in the big leagues that weren't pitching in the big leagues 3 or 4 years ago. Couldn't get jobs and now have jobs.
If it continues to do it that way, we're going to have to say there's some bad pitching in baseball.
This from the man with the best staff on the planet. Are the other pitchers that weak or the hitters that focused and talented?
You look at every ball club, and you know, you're going to get maybe 6, 7 good hitters in a ball club.
The games have changed. I mean, you have bigger, faster, stronger guys.
The old-timers had the bat speed, too, but they didn't work at it like these guys do nowadays. These guys work out all winter long.
Can the pitchers reclaim their supremacy? Can they tame this orgy of offense?
Just throw balls, throw them out of the zone, and hope they swing at them.
Maybe we should pitch in a little bit more and try to get a little bit more of the inside part of the plate.
They used to be able to knock you back and buy the outside corner. Now you can't do that. So the umpires, the hitters are spoiled. You come inside 6 inches and they charge the mound.
In this year, when the hitters have taken over, the reasons, like so many home runs, are blowing in the wind of baseball's offensive explosion.
I wish I could get in on it, though. I'd like to get in on it.
The greenhouse effect is taking course.
Whether it is the greenhouse effect, whether it's because somebody punched a hole in the biosphere, or whether it is because perhaps the ball is juiced, a lot more runs this year. Peter